Hi. Hi everyone, hope you're okay. Let's start with today's grammar lesson, and today's grammar lesson called time order words. Okay, what are time order words? Time order words are words that we use to show the order of how things happen. Okay, so when you want to explain about your day or how you do something, you use time order words to show the person that the steps of how you're doing something. If you look on page 26, you'll find a table or a rectangle with some time order words that we use without realizing. Okay, so again, what are time order words? Time order words are words that show you the order in which things happen. Again, time order words are words that you use to show the order in which things happen. Okay? Here are some. First, next, then, finally, after, before, now, soon, yesterday, today, tomorrow, and long ago. Okay? Like if I tell you about how to make a cake, I would use, if I tell you how to make a cake, the steps of how to make a cake, I would be using time order words. Like for example, I would say, first, I prepare the ingredients that I will use to make a cake. Then I can use next or then to show you what I will do next. Next, I mix the eggs and the sugar. Then I put the flour and milk, for example. Okay, so time order words are words that you use to show the order of doing something. Okay, let's read the paragraph at the bottom here to see how this person used time order words to talk about their class trip. It says, look at the blue time order words and phrases in this paragraph. Okay, so the words that are in blue are the time order words, and the words that are in black are the sentences that show you what happened on their trip. Okay, so today our class took a trip to the zoo. First, we looked at animals in the reptile house. Okay, so today the person's talking about what their class did today in their trip, and it started with the first. What did they do? First, they looked at the animals in the reptile house. Okay, of course you guys took the meaning of reptile with Miss Angie in science. Next, it shows you next what the next step or what they did next. Next, we went outside to see the bears and big cats. Okay, then we stopped to eat lunch. After lunch, we went into the birdhouse. Last of all, we stopped at the gift shop. Okay, so from this paragraph and from the time order words, you know when this trip happened and the order of what the things that the students did. So when did this class went on the trip? They went today. What did they do first? They went to see the animals they went to see the reptiles. Do we know what happened after they went to the reptile house? Yes, they said they went outside to see the bears and the big cats. So first they went to see the reptiles, then they went to see the bears and the cats. What did they do after that? Then they ate lunch. Okay, did they do anything after lunch? Yes, they said after lunch they went to the birdhouse, a place that has different types of birds. Last of all, we stopped at the gift shop. At the end, we can say finally, or at the end, or last of all, they went to the gift shop before they left. Okay, so these time order words in blue show us when something happened, and the order of their trip. Okay, so it says here on page 27, question A, read each sentence and circle the time order words. So and the question A, we will read each sentence and we will look for the word that tells us when or it shows you when the sentence happened, okay, or when the event happened. Let's do number 1 together. Yesterday we talked about the zoo. So time order. When did they talk about the zoo? Yesterday. So the answer, or you can circle yesterday, because it told you when they talked about the zoo. This is a time order word. Today we visited the zoo. Today we visited the zoo. What is the time order word here? Today. Circle today. Okay, again, what is the time order word? Are the words that tell you when or the order of when things happen. Okay, we had questions before our trip. We had questions before our trip. What is the time order word here? Before. So the students had questions before they went on their trip. They wanted to know some details. Okay. After our trip, we knew the answers. After our trip, we knew the answers. What is the time order word? Would be after. So after they finished their trip, they knew all the answers to the questions that they had. We will write the trip tomorrow. We will write about, I guess. We will write about the trip tomorrow. We will write about the trip tomorrow. Okay? So when will they write about the trip? Tomorrow. Circle tomorrow. Because it tells you when they will write about the trip. Okay, copy these question B. Copy these sentences in the right order. So this is like a small paragraph of something that happened, okay? But they are mixed up. So what we must do to put this story or this paragraph in order, we must read all of it first, and then to see the events, and then we put them in order. Okay? Number 6. Finally, we drove to the zoo. Here, the word finally we usually use towards the end. So finally, we drove to the zoo. Okay. Next, we sat in our seats. Number 8. Then the driver started the bus. Okay. First, we got on the bus. Okay. Also, here we know that next and then are usually used in the middle of the paragraph or in the middle of the details. First, we know from that we usually use the word first in the beginning. Soon, the driver climbed in. Okay? Soon, the driver climbed in. Okay, so if I want to arrange these sentences, okay, now we read the time order words and we read the events. What would be the first detail or first sentence? I would say, first, we got on the bus. Okay? Put in order. I would say, sorry. First, we got on the bus. Okay. And the time order word first shows us that this is what happened first or in the beginning. Okay. What would be next? Everyone got on the bus. What do you think would happen next? Okay. Next, we sat in our seats. Then the driver started the bus. Soon the driver climbed in, or finally we drove to the zoo. We got on the bus, so as soon as we get on the bus, we will sit down. So the next one would be, next we sat down in our seats. Okay, so next we sat on our seats. Okay. All right. So first we get on the bus. Next we sat on our seats. What do you think will happen? We have 3 more sentences. Finally, we drove to the zoo. Then the driver started the bus. Or soon the driver climbed in. Of course, the driver must come into the bus first, right? So the next sentence would be, soon the driver climbed in. That means he came into the bus. Or climbed into the bus. Okay, after the driver came in or climbed in, then he would start driving. He would start the bus. Okay, I would say, then the driver started the bus. Okay, so first let's see if we are arranging the sentences correctly. Okay, let's see if it makes sense. First, we got on the bus. Yes, we get on the bus. Next, we sat on our seats. After we get in the bus, we sat on our seats. Soon, the driver climbed in. That means the driver came into the bus. Then the driver started the bus. Yes, after he came in, he would start the bus to start moving. Okay, the last sentence, finally we drove to the zoo. Yes, after he started the bus, that means he started driving. Okay, the last step would be finally we drove to the zoo. Okay, I think that we arranged it correctly, right? All right, so again, first we got on the bus. Next we sat on our seats. Soon the driver climbed in. Then the driver started the bus. Finally we drove to the zoo. Okay? It says complete each sentence with a word from the box. Where are the words? Use capital letters correctly. For the last part, we have the words in the box that are written in blue. Okay, we have the words in the box that are written in blue. We will complete each sentence using one of those blue words. Okay, number 11. Blank zoo animals in cage. Lived. Blank zoo animals lived in cages. Okay, so which word can we use? Which time order word can we use to complete the sentence? Zoo animals lived in cages. Let's read them all first so we can make sure. 12. They live in open spaces. 13. The zoo added more animals. Number 14. I want to go to the zoo. 15. Blank, I can see the new panda. Okay. So now that we read each sentence, we will put each the correct time order words to complete it. Okay. Number 11. Blank zoo animals live in cages. We can say long ago zoo animals lived in cages. That's true. Long ago, or in the past, zoo animals, they used to be in cages. They used to live in cages. Okay, I had to write L in capital letter because it's the beginning of a sentence. Remember. Number 12. Blank, they live in open spaces. So long ago, the zoo animals lived in cages. But now they live in open space. Now, if you go to a zoo now, you'll find the animals are in open spaces, just like they're living in the wild. So I'm going to put the word, time order word now. So long ago was in the past. Okay, now they live in open space. Number 13, blank, the zoo added more animals. Last month, the zoo added more animals because like it had ed, so it shows that it's in the past also. So I would say last month. Last month, okay, because last shows you something that happened in the past. So last month, the zoo added more animals. So here added, that shows you it happened in the past. Last month, the zoo added more animals. I want to go to the zoo soon. So, I want to go to the zoo soon. So if I want to go to the zoo soon, that last would be then I can see the new panda. Because last month, the zoo added more animals. I want to go to the zoo soon. Then I can see the new panda. Okay? Okay. So for our second session, we did revision, unit revision. Which one is the? Okay, we did unit revision, page 62 and 63. Let me look for them. Where is 62? Okay. Here it says on page 62, write only the sentences that have a line under the subject. Okay. So part A, it says write sentences that have a line under the subject. Remember, the subject is who is the sentence about. So if there's a line under who the sentence is about, then you will write the sentence, okay? Like for example, it says here, Tim visits Tim visits the museum. Who is the sentence about? Tim. Did it underline Tim? Yes. So you will write sentence number 1. Number 2, he rides the subway. Number 2, he rides the subway. It underlined rides the subway. So is number 2, did number 2 underline the subject? No. It underlines the action part of the sentence, so that's the predicate. Number 3, the subway is fast. Number 3, did it underline the subject? No. The subject or the sentence is about the subway. If it underlined the subway, it would be right. So number 2 and number 3, we will not write them. Number 4, the museum is in the city. Who is the sentence about, or what is the sentence about? It's about the museum. Yes, it underlined the subject. Correct. We will write number 4. Number 5, people visit the museum every day. People visit the museum every day. Yes, the sentence is about the people that visit the museum. Yes, right, number 5. So number 4 and 5, we will write them because they underline the subject. Again, what is the subject? The subject is who the sentence is about, or what is the sentence. Number 6, children like the dinosaurs. Children like the dinosaurs. And here it underlined like the dinosaurs. No, that's the predicate. Number 7, the dinosaur hall is their favorite room. The dinosaur hall is their favorite room. Yes, the dinosaur hall is the room, or the room that has details or has things about the dinosaurs. This is the subject. Very good. Number 8, the teacher leads the class. No, leads the class is the predicate. This is the action part of the sentence. What the subject did. And the teacher is the subject. So we will not write number 8. Number 9, the museum guide answers questions. The museum guide answers. Okay, number 10, it says everyone asked about T-Rex. Okay, did it underline the subject? Yes. So we will write number 10. Okay, part B, it says write each sentence, underline the subject. Okay, so for each sentence, you will underline the subject only. Okay, underline the subject. Number 11, the dinosaur hall is busy. What is this sentence about? It's about the dinosaur hall. Underline the dinosaur hall. Number 12, students also like the sea life hall. Who was the sentence about? The students. Students. We will underline students only. Okay, number 13, the blue whale is the biggest kind of whale. Who or what is the sentence about? The blue whale. Underline the blue whale. 14, visitors stop and look up at the exhibit. Visitors stop and look up at the exhibit. What is the subject? Visitors. Number 15, museums are really great. Museums are really great. The subject would be museums. Okay, for the next page, write only the sentences that have a line under the predicate. Here, the predicate, remember, is the action part of the sentence, or what is the subject doing. Okay, or what is the subject? What is the sentence? Yeah, what is the subject doing, or what is say about the subject? Okay, so it's the action part of the sentence. Okay, number 1, our home is at the beach. Is at the beach. Remember, the predicate usually starts from the verb all the way to the end. Did it underline the predicate? Yes, number 1 is correct. Number 2, many families come to the beach. Did it underline the predicate? No. Number 2, underline the subject. We will not write number 2. Number 3, people jog along the water. People jog along the water. Did it underline the predicate? No, it underlined the subject because the people here is the subject. Number 4, a boy runs after his dog. Runs after his dog. Yes, that is the subject. Predicate, sorry. Number 4, runs after his dog. That is the predicate. This is the action part of the sentence. The children build a sandcastle. The children build a sandcastle. Did it underline the predicate? Yes. Number 6, gulls dive for fish. Gulls dive for fish. Is that the predicate? No, that's the subject. We will not write number 6. Number 7, a girl picks up shells. A girl picks up shells. Pick up shells. Yes, that is the predicate. Number 8, lifeguards watch the swimmers. Lifeguards watch the swimmers. Did it underline the predicate? No, it underlined the subject. Number 9, many boats go out to sea. Did it underline the predicate? No. Number 10, 6 children play tag. Play tag, is that the predicate? Yes. Okay, part B. You will write each sentence and you will underline the predicate. The predicate is what the subject is doing. Okay? So here, number 11. We jump over the waves. The predicate is jump over the waves. Starts from the verb all the way to the end. Number 12. My brother wades in the water. My brother wades in the water. The predicate would be wades in the water. Number 13. A lifeguard calls to a swimmer. A lifeguard calls to a swimmer. The predicate would be calls to a swimmer. Okay, number 14. My sister finds a shell. My sister finds a shell. Number 14, finds a shell. Number 15. My cousin looks for a starfish. Predicate, looks for a starfish.